Hey, it's Random, and today I have a 46 Gunstreak for you with the SMR, and this is another gun that I've been trying to get a nuclear with, obviously because I'm doing it with every weapon. And this is actually my longest streak I've had on this game, because I've said about it in the past. Usually when I get a nuclear I die straight away, or I get maybe 3-4 kills. This is actually my longest streak, and to be honest, it's with one of the worst guns I've actually used. And to be honest, I don't really know how I did this, because I've used this gun so many times trying to get this nuclear, and it's definitely one of the hardest guns I've used. And to be honest, I'm quite happy that I got this and quite proud of the actual gameplay itself, because this is not one of my favourite guns and it really does piss me off. And I did have to tweak it just to get this, because I had to put 3 attachments on this gun, because it's just that bad that you need 3 attachments to make it on par with other guns. Now this is a fairly decent streak, and to be honest I was quite lucky to get it. There's at least 5 times I go full red, and I think when you go for a nuclear or just a high gun streak in general, you do need some luck. There's always going to be instances where it's 50-50, and when you get your nuclears you need to win them 50-50s. Because I don't think I've had a nuclear where I haven't been full red at least 3-4 times. Because this is always going to happen when you go on a streak. There's always going to be instances where you could easily lose it. So you just need a bit of luck to get a nuclear. And this SMR is not the best gun, as I've said, at all. And I've used this gun in so many matches trying to get this nuclear. And I felt I needed to make this gun a lot better than it usually is with no attachments. So that's why I put 3 attachments on, and I feel I'm using this a lot at the moment on the weaker guns for this nuclear with every weapon, where I'm needing to put 3 attachments on the gun just to put it on par with other guns, or just slightly worse, just so I can have a chance of killing people. So winning 50-50s with this gun is hard to do, because this gun for me, from medium to long range, is really decent, and it doesn't recoil much, and the select fire on it does make it really good for medium long range, and it is fairly powerful too. But close quarters is where this gun fails, because even with select fire, its fire rate is very low, so you need every bullet in the gun to hit when you blind fire close range, or be pre-aimed around the corner. So you could use quick draw for the quick aim, but to be honest, if you come across an SMG, you're not going to have the time to quick aim even with quick draw. So personally, you need something to enhance the blind fire, and obviously the attachment for that is laser sight, because I've used this gun so much, as I've said, but this is the first game I put laser sight on it and I got the nuclear. I think that might have just been a coincidence, but it really does enhance the blind fire accuracy, because generally the blind fire accuracy is really not good at all, because I think like 2 out of like 8 bullets will hit them, just randomly blind firing, and I think you'd fire about 3-4 bullets in general if you came across an SMG. So it's very rare you're going to win a 50-50 if you don't have the laser sight attachment on, personally for me. And to account for the extra 2 points required, because I'm using 3 attachments, I had to slightly tweak the class to the usual. It's generally the same, but I just had to remove a couple of attachments. And I found myself not using perk 3 a lot recently, because of needing 3 attachments, and this is the one perk that I feel you don't actually need as much, and you're taking a risk by not having tap mask or dexterity for the faster aim, or the being flashed for stopping being flashed for about 5-10 seconds. So the class I'm using in this game is perk 1, I'm using hardline, perk 2, toughness scavenger, no perk 3, which, to be honest, unless you come across a game where everybody's flashing and stuff, you really don't notice much difference, or there's not many walls to climb. But it's not really needed, perk 3 in a sense, unless you're playing people who flash. And the lethal I'm using is the Betty, as usual. As I've said in the past, I'll use a Betty if it's a gun I'm not too keen on, and this is definitely one of them guns. And the wildcards obviously are perk 2 greed and primary gunfire. And so on the SMR I'm using fast mags, select fire and laser sight, and I feel these are a must for this gun. Every other gun I've used in the past, you could slightly tweak it and it wouldn't matter too much, But for this gun, these 3 attachments for me are a must. If you don't use them, you're going to struggle personally. Some others may say you don't need them, but personally for me, if you don't use these 3 attachments, this gun is not good. Now, I've talked a lot about this gun, but to be honest, it was my best nuclear, well, my longest streak I should say. And to be honest, I think the score streaks helped, because in this game I'm using UAV, Vsat, EMP, and this is the best setup for nuclears by a mile, and it's the most fun setup as well, because it's just all about gun kills, and it makes it harder for the enemies, because there is no risk of them having UAVs and choppers, so it makes it easier for you. And just in general play, they can't use the radar at all as your EMP's up, so it definitely makes it easier for you, and I feel it makes suppressor kind of pointless in a way if you use an EMP, because they can't see the radar. Obviously, if they have a brain, then they'll listen for the gun noise and just pinpoint you on the map, but some people don't really pay attention, and so you could just not use a silencer when you've got EMP up, because it would just make it easier. Well, it'd be like a waste of an attachment. And it does give you a considerable advantage, because if you get your VSAT, you're pretty much guaranteed to get the EMP. It's 50 or 100 points more, so you can have a VSAT up constantly on the radar, and they have no radar at all. So it does make it a lot easier for the duration of the VSAT and the EMP, and it does make it a lot harder for the enemy. Though I've noticed people do quit if you have EMP and VSAT up, because they really don't have much chance of killing you. They might get 1 or 2 in the minute that it's up, but they're not going to get a nice streak or anything like that. And also, due to the assist points from the UAV, the VSAT and the EMP, you can just get a chain of VSATs, which I do have in this match. I think I get 3 or 4 chains of VSATs up. If you're constantly in the battle playing the objective and capturing the point. So anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you enjoyed. This is definitely one of my best streaks, and see you guys later. Goodbye.